How are you doing, Mel?
Um,
How are you doing?
I feel like Rocky at the very beginning of his training when he's barely making it. Before the music starts going, bum, bum, bada, bum, bada, bum, 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 bum. I'm not there yet.
So what's the bed situation on the Camino? Like I said, we're on the Camino del Norte, and our chosen path is staying in official Camino albergues. First choice would usually be a religious or church affiliated one. Second choice would be a municipal, like state, sponsored one. And then third choice would be a private albergue, which are all hostel type accommodations with a range of really comfortable to it'll do the job and it's sanitary and clean. It's typically bunk bed style, anywhere from 3 bunk beds to like 20 bunk beds in a room. We've seen, I'll usually take the top bunk. Melvin will take the lower bunk. It's shared showers, although private, but there will be multiple for everyone to share typically. Shared bathrooms. Sometimes they're co-ed, sometimes they're split by gender. Like some are gender neutral, some are gendered. Yeah. So far, our main snorer has been yours truly, my loving partner here. Let's see what else with the sleeping. It can be anywhere from a donation, like at the monastery, or an official little small place to I think so far we've done 15 euros each for a couple of the private ones. So yeah, because of time and resources, we're definitely trying to keep it pretty minimal. And we're good to go with really simple accommodations, and we'll make it work. So that's great. I know some people might have a hard time with the bunks and suddenly sleeping in a room with tens of people or multiple people, but yeah, so that's the sleeping situation. That said, I've been on such a high the first 5 days here that I haven't been sleeping all that much, but it's not because somebody's keeping me awake. It's because I'm just like full of energy and I'm awake. So I've been getting anywhere from 3 to 4 hours of sleep at night, and then additional just rest where I'm laying down trying to get some sleep. But yeah, so I'm pretty much ready to go 4, 5, 6 a.m. But so far I haven't gotten up actually out of bed anywhere before 5:45. But the goal is to get up around 6 and then head out. It takes us about half an hour to put our things back together and get out the door. That's all. How are you doing, Mel? How are you doing?
I feel like Rocky at the very beginning of his training when he's barely making it. Before the music starts going, bum, bum, ba-da, bum, ba-da, bum, ba, 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 ba. I'm not there yet.
Peace out. So where are you at?
I think I'm in the Rocky fight at the very end of the movie when he's just taking a beating and he's about to collapse on the floor. And actually, didn't he lose that fight? I'm pretty sure he did. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna come out of this going, Lilia! Lilia! You know, instead of Adrian.
What you taking?
I'm taking some magic potion energy multiplier. That's gonna turn me into beast mode. You watch.
Oh, I know. A TikTok I need to do.
Do you know?
If you wanna complain, I'm not the complaints department. So what's food like on the Camino? Specifically, we're on the Camino del Norte, and I would say that all depends on your personal preferences, your budget, and what works for you. There are a lot of options. I can just tell you what we've been doing. For example, my preference for breakfast would be to include some sort of protein, and my best option here has been yogurt or kefir. Yeah, for breakfast. I've had a couple coffees total, mostly because I'm still so energetic from the excitement that coffee is like too much stimulation, although I've certainly sat down to enjoy a cup of coffee and a pastry. Or today we had a latte or a cappuccino, and I had a tostada with a tuna mixture on top, which was absolutely crisp and soft. It was delicious. And then Melvin had one with, it's like a toasted baguette, half a toasted baguette. And Melvin's had salsa de tomate, which is a tomato sauce that they mix, and that was really delicious too. But we haven't been doing too much of that. We just keep breakfast simple. I do have, I try to have a piece of fruit as well, either a banana or a nectarine or something like that. Electrolytes first thing in the morning, especially because we're looking at really hot days right now, even though it's absolutely insane gorgeous, and we still do get a really nice mountain breeze, although the direct sun is pretty intense. For lunch, we did grocery shopping. We've done grocery shopping along the way, and I've gotten either cold cuts like turkey or cured meats, and then baguette and either cheese, and I actually like putting plain yogurt on the baguette and then the cold cuts and the cheese, or just the cold cuts, just so it's not so dry. So there's some sort of dressing on it, and that's been working great. It's sort of like creme fraiche, like sour cream or some sort of cream. That's been absolutely delicious. Oh, I did get some tuna, but it turns out the cans are a little heavy. We were planning to have them the day I got them, but little cans. But we didn't. We had a different meal, but yeah, those will be gone by today. Mo had his for lunch today, and I'll have mine a little later. And again, with I picked up some flat grain bread, like thin grain bread type of situation that we were going to have it with. Let's see, but yeah, that's been mainly our lunch. We did try to eat dinner out once, and that didn't work out so well. First of all, because we were too early for dinner, so a lot of places were closed and not opening for another couple of hours, or not opening at all for the rest of the day. And the one place we did find to sit down and have a meal, it left a lot to be desired. I had some fried sardines, which was fantastic protein-wise, but lacked flavor, and I think some of them might have been a little undercooked. And then Melvin had a grilled fish and potatoes dish that was just lacking flavor. So it was kind of a disappointing meal. So yeah, most of our preference so far has been just to pack and carry. That's also because we're on a pretty limited budget, and that works out really, really well. And it stresses me out more to try to figure out a restaurant with a meal I'll actually enjoy and has the nutrient content that I need, because I do need to keep my macros a bit in check, because I tend to spike sugars if I have too many carbs, or yeah, and obviously don't want to live on fat, so I need to make sure I balance out carbs and protein and fat in the mix of whatever meal I have. Yeah, so far I haven't really seen any pilgrim meals on this Camino, but then again, we haven't been hitting many restaurants. What we have enjoyed is a can of beer along the way, and whether it's sitting down at a local place or just getting one at the supermarket and having it at either the albergue or, you know, on the trail, on the Camino, or on a park bench. Hi. Okay, I'll be back. Gorgeous.
In case you're wondering what the views are while we're walking Camino del Norte, check it out. Not bad.
So continuing food on the Camino del Norte. Sometimes we've just had the food we've bought at the grocery store at the place we're staying. Yeah, not cheating out so far. Oh, one of the albergues, you could cook your own food there, but we didn't really have anything to cook. But other people were cooking their food there. And then another option was they had a service where they could order from town for delivery. And some people did that, like simple things like a kebab, or I think somebody else was trying to get a pizza, but it just wasn't available for that time. Yeah, so it's pretty simple. We're not really on a gourmet experience here. It's more of like, you know, simple, good sustenance and just great community, or just social interaction. Yeah, that's food on the Camino del Norte for us in particular.